Today, I want to get on here and talk about grief and how to spiritually deal with grief. Grief and change tend to arrive together. One is the emotional response, and the other is the reality that you are being asked to live in. A spiritual approach does not necessarily remove the pain, but it can give you meaning and direction, and it can even give you peace. Knowing that everything happens for a reason, it can be comforting, but sometimes it's just not enough to get us through the grief. Grief isn't a failure of faith or strength. It is evidence of love. Many traditions see grief as a sacred process, not something to bypass. Treat your grief as something meaningful. The most well-known framework is the 5 stages of grief, but I think it really helps if we understand them in a more realistic and grounded way. The first stage of grief is denial, shock, numbness. At first, it may not feel real. Your mind protects you from overload. It might feel detached or distracted, or even sometimes calmly in such a strange way. Spiritually, this is mercy. Space is being created so that you are not overwhelmed all at once. The second one is anger. Frustration surfaces at people, circumstances, and sometimes even God. Why did this happen? It isn't fair. This is usually the second stage of grief. The third stage is bargaining. You replay scenarios. If only I had. What if this were different? This is the mind trying to regain control. Spiritually, it reveals your desires for meaning and order, but also where you may need to release control. The fourth stage is depression, or a deep sadness. The weight of the loss settles in. Energy drops. You feel the absence more fully. Spiritually, this is often the most transformative phase. Not because it feels good, but because it's real. Sitting in it, without isolating, allows deeper healing than avoiding it. The fifth stage of grief is acceptance. This doesn't mean I'm okay with it. It means I recognize this is real and I'm learning to live with it. Spiritually, this is where integration begins. Your life starts to reshape around the loss and not to erase it. The changes that can come from grief often strip away what felt unstable. The changes that come from grief often strip away what felt stable so something deeper can form. That can feel disorienting or strange. Here are some practices that can help you during your grief. First, be still. Pray. Meditate. Connect. Realize that you can't fix or control everything. Take a few minutes to sit honestly with what is. Even a few minutes of quiet can create a space between you and the intensity of the grief. Turning to God in times of grief through prayer, conversation, or meditation can offer you a chance to feel God's love and offer you the opportunity to feel peace and love. Let go and allow God to erase the burdens of grief. Second, name what you feel without judging yourself. This is sadness. This is anger. Recognize how you feel without judging yourself for feeling that way is a simple act to keep you from being swallowed by it. Acknowledge it daily, even just briefly. I am grieving. If you ignore your feelings, it usually prolongs the grieving. Then waves of sadness, anger, and confusion come. Try not to label them as wrong. Sit with them briefly. Place your hand on your chest and breathe slowly. Name what you feel. This can help you feel less overwhelmed. Releasing and remembrance. A helpful shift is to see grief not as loss, but as a transition. What you lost physically or externally may still exist inwardly through memory, influence, or spiritual connection. Writing a letter, lighting a candle, and revisiting meaningful places can help you feel connected, as well as offer you a sense of release. Express yourself. Talk, write, pray, cry, create. Grief needs an outlet. You can work with a medium like myself. A medium can help you connect to those that you've lost and help you receive love, closure, or guidance. Using methods such as releasing and putting all of your hurt and feelings into a metaphorical box, and then giving that box to God and asking God to transmute it and transform it. Everything that you put in that box goes to God, and ask God to release all parts of you from everything you put in this box. This can help you through your grieving process. Number 4, hold on to meaning, not just lost. Grief narrows your focus to what's gone. Spiritually and gently widen it. What did this person teach you? What part of them still lives through you? This isn't forced positivity. This is integration. Take time for yourself. It's okay and important to practice self-care when grieving. There are many demands in life. Take time for you. Let yourself feel, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It will help. Don't forget the basics. Sleep, food, movement. It may seem silly and basic, but it is often neglected, and it affects everything else. Grief can isolate you. Spiritually, healing often comes through connection. Take a walk in nature. Be out in the sunshine. Reach out to people. And keep doing your simple routines. Number 6, let other people help. You don't have to do everything for yourself. Let those that love and support you help. They may be a vessel of healing and love. Things fall away, not randomly, but often to make room for something you couldn't access before. That doesn't make the loss good, but it means that it isn't meaningless. Also, be careful of too much pressure to stay positive. That can shut down the real healing. Honest grief is often more spiritually transformative than forced optimism. You may skip around from each of these stages, or you may feel multiple all at one time. And if you don't do the healing, you may revisit them again much later. And that's normal. Let go and let God. You are loved. No matter how bad it seems, you will make it through. Sending you love and light so that you can get through the grief.